coverage, here's Luis Romero with the Martinsville City Council race debate, live from the BTW 21 studios in Martinsville.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for the real-time results here on BTW 21. I'm joined with Chad Hall, and of course we're going to bring you, again, those real-time results here on your neighborhood network. We're streaming on Facebook, Comcast Channel 21, and on YouTube. We appreciate your company, and we, of course, are going to be following the Martinsville City Council race along with the Henry County School Board race. Two individuals are seeking the seat on the Ridgeway District seat. And Chad, it's been a long day, but looks like we're finally made it to the official closing of polls.
Absolutely, it has been a super long day. You've been going all morning.
Right.
I've been watching some of the interviews here, as I know a lot of folks that are probably tuning in throughout the day have been seeing some of those interviews. And I'm kind of curious, you know, it was a beautiful day.
Oh, it was.
I think, is that going to be a big part of this? People coming out to the polls, you know, statistically, Louise, throughout the years of doing this, we've seen poll numbers a little down in Henry County. So again, beautiful day. I hope you was able to get out. As you can see, see this side, I got out and voted. And you know, it was really one of the most simple ballots for Henry County that I had seen. You know, of course, we're looking at the House of Delegates. It was really the only thing that was on the ballot for me to vote for, and that was, you know, you got your two running for that, Devon and Griffin. But you know, a pretty simple ballot for that. But now I think, again, Louise, you can help me with this, but we've got 4 folks running in the city. We've only got 2 chairs available, and the city residents, if I'm not mistaken, they have the opportunity to vote for 2 council members that they feel would be best seated.
Absolutely, that is correct. And you mentioned about voter turnout, and I'll give everybody these numbers. We did share these with our promo, letting you know that we were going to be live. But we do, before we talk about numbers, we do want to thank we want to thank Daniel's Auto Glass and Tint for being able to bring you this real-time result for your election coverage. And again, we appreciate your company. So talking a little bit about numbers in the city of Martinsville, there was a 53% voter turnout in 2018, and this is a midterm. So we're talking about a midterm, and we don't have to emphasize the fact that midterms are also still very important.
Yes.
So again, a 53% voter turnout there in 2018. There's been a 35% voter turnout in this year, 2022, and that was as the time of 4:30 p.m. So a little delayed. We'll try to get an update about that in just a second. We have Wynn Harold, who's at the Martinsville City Municipal Building, and then we have Maddie Oliver with the Henry County Enterprise that is helping us. We've tagged along with them and partnered with them to be able to bring you this election coverage, and she's at the Henry County Administration Building. So there's a total of 8,000, or there was, excuse me, a total of 8,703 registered voters in 2018 in the city of Martinsville. That number has jumped to 9,059 registered voters in 2022. So you can see that there has been a large increase there. And again, we're talking about midterm. So in the midterm of 2018, there was just a little over 8,700 voters, registered voters, and now there's a total of almost 9,100 registered voters. So again, very important to be talking about midterms. And going on now to Henry County, the active voters, according to the Virginia Department of Elections, is over 35,000. And the total of individuals that are registered in Henry County is going to be over 36,000. So just to give you a little bit of numbers, again, we want to thank Daniel's Auto Glass and Tint for sponsoring tonight's coverage. We also want to give a big thank you to Legacy Insurance and Financial Services, LLC, Harbor Towing and Recovery, and again, Henry County Enterprise for allowing us to be able to be here with you all.
Now, if a lot of folks you've tuned in, you may have seen some of the coverage in the past. We've covered many different elections especially sheriff elections, etc. We'll put some information on your screen to kind of show you. It's a similar type setup. You'll see the setup. You'll see the 4 candidates that are running for city council, and you will begin to see those numbers move. On the percentages will move under those names or under those pictures as the numbers begin to come in.
Right.
And again, we are having a Ridgeway School Board special election as well. We'll be tracking that a little bit, where we have Champ and Sydney. And if you was tuning in prior to starting our live coverage, you could have saw both of those interviews. And I know, Louise, you kind of got the story on that. There's an opening for the school board in the Ridgeway district, and they're having a special election for that.
Yeah, so Mr. Zaire passed away, and so that left his unexpired term, and this individual that is voted on to the Henry County School Board Ridgeway seat will be serving for another year. And right now, Sydney McCord has been appointed to serve by the Henry County School Board. The current board has appointed him to be able to serve, and he has been serving, I believe, since September. And again, the special election took place today. Again, the ballots closed, the polls closed at 7 p.m. And we're going to be seeing here soon, hopefully, if Champ or if Sydney are going to be taking that 1-year term, and then next year, next November, they will be up for election again.
Re-election. Yeah, you know, hats off to both of these individuals. One for Sydney stepping up and taking the seat just to make sure the school board didn't have to suffer during this time. But, you know, it's kind of tough, you know, a year later they got to campaign again if they choose to stay in. But, you know, again, hats off to both of them. I think the school board is a very important piece of the puzzle here for Martinsville and Henry County. But again, like we're saying here, the midterms, we're not going to be able to cover all of those tonight, but there's going to be a lot of voting going on all over the nation here between, well, it's probably closing down now in different sectors. But it's going to be, again, for Henry County, it was just a couple, you know, again, with Griffin and Vaughn that we had to vote. But I think that with voter turnout, you know, it's going to be a little different, I think. We've got 2 candidates that are up and coming, new to the city of Martinsville. You know, we got a ex-police officer and also a business owner that's coming in as well. And of course, everybody knows Danny Turner. Danny Turner's been a part of the city, well, maybe longer than the city's been here. But Danny, you know, Danny, I love Danny's statement. You know, Danny said he was married to the city. He loves this place. And you know, again, everybody is looking for those seats, and I look forward to seeing what the voters are going to say with the upcoming election, because a lot of people are talking they want change. Well, if change is what the voters are looking for, then we're going to see a couple of new people seated in city council. So we'll just see as time rolls through. And you know, Jennifer, she's been in for more than 1 term as well. She knows, definitely understands for sure campaigning as well as does Danny. So it's always a little tougher to get somebody out, a component that's you know, that's in. So we'll see what's going to take place here within the next few moments. Right now, we still haven't got any numbers coming in, but we're only about 8 minutes past the hour. And I feel like pretty soon Mr. Harold will be sending us some information. You know, I'm really excited to be able to partner with the Enterprise and the Henry and Stewart, and also the paper that they're giving. And that's just great to be able to partner with them and be a part of a great night like tonight. So I really encourage you. I hope you got out and voted. I was at the polls this morning. And talked to a couple of people that said, well, I've never voted and I'm not going to. Well, my opinion of that is that's a mistake. It's a right. You have the right to vote, and you should register and vote. And one thing for sure, if you don't vote, then you don't. You really, I don't want to be too rude about this, Louise, but really now your opinion doesn't really matter. So if you can't complain. You can't complain. So if you don't vote, you can't complain. So I voted so I can complain come Monday. How's that sound?
And I guess Shania and myself are going to have to listen to that.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, folks, so that provides a perfect segue for us to be able to take a quick commercial break. We're going to thank our sponsors for making tonight possible.
A broken or cracked windshield can ruin a day. At Daniels Auto Glass, it's our goal to make that unfortunate scenario as painless as possible. We have been servicing Franklin County and the surrounding area since 1995. Our customers are our neighbors, and we want you to know that you have the choice who repairs or replaces your windshield. And if you can't come out to us, we can come out to you. We also offer window tinting, and we are fully equipped and certified to reset all camera systems in any windshield, both in shop and with our mobile unit.
Did you know that Medicare plans can change from year to year? That's why during Medicare open enrollment, it pays to compare your current coverage with all your choices for 2023. Plan premiums are at historic lows, so why not save money? Take advantage of the extra benefits available. Legacy Insurance and Financial Services will provide you with the right plan. We're now located in Collinsville, right beside Town Gun, and in Stewart in the same parking lot as BB&T. Call 276-358-4001 and speak with a professional agent who can help you find a plan that's right for you. Remember, think local and think legacy. Open enrollment began October 15th, so contact us today. Harbor Towing and Recovery is expanding. 4173 Virginia Avenue in Collinsville. Harbor now offers custom tire and wheels with advanced technology. Automotive repair? No problem for Harbor. From simple repair to major semi-trucks, Harbor's got you covered. Oil changes, brakes, front end alignment on any size vehicle or trucks. And remember, 24-hour towing. So you tell the police to call Harbor Towing, 276-632-2580.
Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us for real-time results here on Election Day 2022. We have some numbers. Let's put those on the screen now.
And they came rather quickly, Luis.
Oh, very, very quickly. So this is going to be one of the first precincts that we are reporting. Danny Turner has 12 votes, Jennifer Bowles 72, Elsie Jones has 98, and Aaron Rawls has 63. So that is our first precinct that has come for Martinsville City. We thank again Wynn Harrells, who is at the municipal building. And right now, of course, Elsie Jones obviously is leading along with Jennifer Bowles. Those two individuals are leading in the city council race. We do apologize. We of course have to pay the bills, so we have to take a quick commercial break.
Got to take a little
but
break.
It looks like we won't be taking any more anytime soon. So again, folks, it looks like right now Jennifer Bowles and Elsie Jones are leading in the city of Martinsville. And a lot of individuals always like to ask me, Chad, who do you think is going to win? I never give predictions because, you know, here at BTW 21 and our news department tries to remain fair and unbiased. And with that being said, you know, we just kind of make sure that
I can answer that question. Two of the four of them are going to win.
Wow. Really?
Two of the four.
Yeah. The one with the most votes.
One with the most votes.
Well,
yes, two with the most
two,
votes.
and then for the Henry County, we'll have one with the most votes.
Correct.
So they asked for predictions, but let me tell you what I heard from being out in the polls today and being out with folks and covering this election and this campaign trail the most extensively that I have in my now 5 years. I celebrated 5 years. As everyone knows,
yes.
I celebrate 5 years every November. Not every November, but I celebrate a new work anniversary every November. So that's always exciting. But 5 years, and this is the campaign trail with the city council is what I'm referring to, is that I follow the most closely. And with that, what we've been hearing from the public is two scenarios. And I'm going to give those two scenarios, but this does not mean that this are the scenarios that are going to happen tonight. Of course, the voters are the ones that get the last say. But we've been hearing is Elsie Jones and Jennifer Bowles as the first ticket, and then the second ticket that I've been hearing a lot about, and that actually heard voters come up and talk to the candidate and say, I voted for this and this, for this individual and this individual, and the next one is Danny Turner and Jennifer Bowles. So we'll have to wait and see. Right now, the Bowles and Jones ticket is, of course, what is leading so far. But we, of course, could be completely wrong on those, although on those guesses so far. We'll just have to wait and see. But again, folks, if you are just joining us right now, we're here with real-time results presented by Daniels Auto Glass and Tint. Danny Turner has 12 votes. Jennifer Bowles has 72. Elsie Jones, 98. Aaron Rawls with 63. And I'm kind of curious to see what precinct this is. We'll see if Wynn Harold can give us what precinct that was. We'll communicate with him.
Well, another thing too is you're seeing the information on your screen. This has been a pretty, coming out of COVID, with the city talking of reversion, going back to a town, this has been a very up in the air. The atmosphere is just completely changed. Everybody in the city, some's for reversion, some's against, same thing in the county. So I think the election, even with Board of Supervisors in the county versus the city supervisor, what we're doing even now with the city council race, you know, there's going to have to be a happy medium, come back to the table and start over.
Right.
And I think that's part of the problem. We're going to have to come back to the table, start over. I think we're at a 5-year lull now that the city cannot revert or even look at it for 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. So again, a lot of people are upset about reversion. They're upset about possibility of losing services if the city cannot manage and maintain what they have.
All right, so we have an update. Sorry to cut
yeah,
you off
that's
right
fine,
there.
that's
We
fine.
have
Let's see what we got.
Martinsville City update. So we're going to update our numbers here. Wow, what a big jump there.
Big jump there.
They're coming rather quickly. Looks like Jennifer Bowles is still leading along with Elsie Jones.
She took the lead, actually, yeah.
So looks like we have Danny Turner with 177 votes, Jennifer Bowles with 386 votes, Elsie Jones 375, and Aaron Rawls was 276. So the first update that we brought you, that was, of course, for the city of Martinsville. We haven't got any for the school board race so far, but that was precinct number 6 and 4. We're not exactly sure what those are. So, of course, we'll continue to keep you updated, but I know that everyone is most curious about, you know, what the actual numbers are coming in. And let's try to update as well for our race. It looks like so far we don't have any numbers in for the U.S. House District 9 in Henry County. That again is the race between Morgan Griffiths and Mrs. Devon. Latasha. I'm going to butcher that name right there. What was that name, Chad?
You're talking about
Devon.
Devon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was looking at the precincts. That's going to be, it looks like that might be 206. We'll get a little more information on that. It can't be 206.
No, this is for Henry County.
Okay, I was going to say this is the wrong one.
We're looking at the wrong one. This is real-time results. This is real
and real-time
TV.
bloopers. So, okay. So, you're right. This is the county. So this is not going to work for us.
So right now, was Jennifer was leading with Elsie, wasn't she at the beginning?
No, Elsie was ahead.
Okay.
Correct.
I must have gotten that mixed up, but again, now Jennifer Bowles is leading along with Elsie Jones, and it looks like, unfortunately, Danny Turner is behind, and unfortunately, Aaron Rawls is behind as well. And again, right now, the current situation is that we have Jennifer and Elsie that are leading, and there's only 2 seats, so the highest 2 numbers, of course, you know how this works. Those are the ones that are leading so far. Again, no updates so far in regards
actually, we have just got another update in.
Okay.
It looks like
right.
LC is taking the lead back. And it looks like Jennifer Bowles with 525, and Aaron with 438, and Danny with 260. Wow, back and forth here. We're kind of seeing right now the trend is looking like it's going to be LC and Jennifer. So Albert Harris was one of the districts that we just had that just
High
came
School?
in.
And the Virginia Museum of Natural History.
Correct.
All of those have already come in. And again, folks, we have not talked any, I should say, about how important this race is. If and the reason why many of you are following tonight's race along with us, is because you know that reversion is on the table.
Yeah.
And we've talked, I failed to mention, you did mention it just a second ago, Chad, about reversion, and the two individuals that have supported reversion, of course, are Danny Turner and Jennifer Bowles. They are the incumbents on the city council, and they have supported reversion. And of course, now they say that they want the voters to be able to vote. Well, of course, the voters were always going to be able to vote if they want reversion to happen or not. And then, of course, Elsie Jones and Aaron Rawls have said that if they are elected, they will work together to be able to stop reversion. So I say all of that because a lot of individuals, and we believe it here as well, that this is one of the most important recent historical and will be historical elections, because this is going to decide if the process continues to move forward or if there will be a halt to this process.
Well, there is one thing the citizens need to put into place, even if it goes to a ballot that you and I can go and vote for or against reversion.
Right.
If we vote for or against reversion, it still doesn't mean it's going to happen. That's something that citizens has really got to get a hold of. If 100% people vote reversion, it's still up to the county and the city to come to some kind of agreement. Mm-hmm. And right now, that is not happening. The agreement is not happening. So, we're going to see. We're going to see what happens with reversion. I, for one, would love to just see the city of Martinsville get back strong like it used to be. But if reversion is the only way, then we're going to have to learn to manage a little better with what the city has, and hopefully not cut services, because that will be a problem. If the city can't maintain funding, they'll have to cut services and look at possible layoffs and even simple of raising taxes. So those are things that'll have to be looked at, and then a lot of the different debts and things that the city has accumulated is one thing that Henry County, is some of the battle there. We're not going to be able to get into all of that tonight, but again, this is what we're electing, or the citizens are electing now, for people that are going to be fighting a pretty tough battle to make decisions and make agreements and make good strategies and business deals with the county and upcoming folks that is going to be coming in the city to start their businesses. You got to make good deals, Louise, and hopefully that the city of Martinsville can start making some good deals with corporations and people that will come into the city, and we can see the city continue to grow and thrive. I really think the city has grown in the past 2 years, so I think that's a great thing. But I also know it's all going to evolve around managing. And, this is a pretty large budget. So it takes some managing to put this together. And, that's something that it takes a team of people to probably pull that off. Mm-hmm. And so, again, that's what the citizens now, you're picking that ballot and you're picking who you're trusting to make those decisions. So right now we're seeing the trend continue with Jennifer and LC. And we haven't really got any more updates at this time. So you reckon it would be a good time to take a quick commercial break?
Yeah, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And if there is any updates, of course, we will be directly back on the air with those updated numbers. So stay with us. Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us again for real-time results presented by Daniels Auto Glass and Tint. We have a new update. Look on your screen now. We're going to get our producer to put our new numbers. It looks at this time that LC is now leading once again.
Aaron took a big jump on that one.
Absolutely.
He is in this race now.
Yes, absolutely.
And honestly, at this point, it's a three-way run now. It looked like a trend I'm not sure that's precinct 2 of the Martinsville School, I believe. I'm not 100% sure.
So we're still getting some more numbers.
Yeah, we're still getting numbers in.
Let's see if we need to update here.
Precinct 2, Martinsville Middle School. And again, Aaron took a large jump there, 725, which pulled him right up. He's in the race now. Danny's still pretty way behind there. Hopefully, if he's going to be in this race at all, he's going to have to turn some things around pretty quickly. Because what looked to be a two-way street now looks like a three-way street. So the voters are letting their votes be shown here. So the two new guys on the block, I got a strong turnout so far, Luis.
Oh yeah, definitely, and we're learning a little bit more. Again, thank you, Win Harold, for this updated information. We're learning a little bit more, and we're going to keep this this screen on right now. We're going to keep this because we're going to be reading. Here are some numbers, not to confuse you all. You'll be seeing the totals, but we'll keep the screen of the total numbers here.
Yeah, we were just told that the numbers are coming in like wildfire.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So let's keep
we'll keep updating.
Let's keep the screen on there, because I think that's what folks are most interested in, and we understand that. I know that it can be a little frustrating to take commercial breaks while we're taking updates, but again, you have to understand we're running a business here as well. But just to give you a quick rundown, again, the total number is still on your screen, so don't get confused by the numbers that I'm sharing with you. But Martinsville Middle School's precinct number 2. If we're looking here, we had for Danny Turner 164 votes there. Jennifer Bowles had 231 votes there. Elsie Jones with 244, and Aaron Ross had 287. And there was a total of 6 write-ins. And let's update. We got a new update for the
Precinct 5 has come in.
Wow, we've gotten into the thousands now, and it looks like Aaron Ross has taken the lead here with 1,246 votes. We have Elsie Jones, who's right behind him with 1,190. Next, we have Jennifer Bowles, who's right behind Elsie with 1,118, and then Danny Turner with 821 votes. So that is our latest update. Again, I'm going to read those for you in case you're just watching us. Aaron Rawls is now leading the Martinsville City Council race with 1,246 votes. Elsie Jones is right behind him with 1,190. Jennifer Bowles 1,118, and Danny Turner with 821
and that was precinct
votes.
5, correct?
I'm not exactly sure.
That was precinct 5.
Yes, that is precinct
Danny
5.
received 165, Jennifer 314.
And that was the
LC received 277, and Aaron 215.
And that's the school administration building, so that would be former Gerald Hills School. Going back to read the other precincts to you, we're going to go now to the Virginia Museum of Natural History and tell you what numbers came in there. And Danny Turner for the Virginia Museum of Natural History brought in a total of 83 votes, and then Jennifer Bowles 139. Elsie Jones brought in 165, and Aaron Rawls brought in 160. And let's see here, school administration.
And actually, they had 6 write-ins.
Yep, they did have some write-ins there.
Had 6 write-ins.
That would be interesting to see who the write-ins were for those numbers. And then again, letting you know about precinct number 4, that's Martinsville High School. Danny Turner brought in 165 votes. Jennifer brought in 314. Elsie Jones 277. And then Aaron Rawls brought in 215. And
with one write-in.
One write-in for the Martinsville High School. And then if we look at Albert Harris Elementary School, 12 votes for Danny Turner, 72 for Jennifer, Elsie 98, and Aaron Rawls with 63. And so that would leave us with precinct number 1, which is housing. We got the CAP AB ballots, the early in-person that has not been counted in, and the post-election that, of course, has not been counted either as well. So right now, the numbers remain there with Danny Turner, 821. Jennifer Bowles with 1,118. Elsie Jones with 1,190. Aaron Rawls taking a big jump there, 1,246, with a total now of 11 write-ins in all of the precincts that we have so far. And again, we are still missing just the early in-person. We're missing the AB ballots, the post-election, and the housing. Those are the precincts that we are still waiting for come in, as well as the Ridgeway District race. We have not been able to get any numbers so far. It's still 7:30, so I think we have a perfect segue to take a quick commercial break, so we're going to do that.
Yeah, as we take a quick break, we'll leave them with these numbers with the House of Delegates. It looks like at this point in Henry County, Devon has 1,158. And then we have Griffith with 1,207.
A broken or cracked windshield can ruin a day. At Daniels Auto Glass, it's our goal to make that unfortunate scenario as painless as possible. We have been servicing Franklin County and the surrounding area since 1995. Our customers are our neighbors, and we want you to know that you have the choice who repairs or replaces your windshield. And if you can't come out to us, we can come out to you. We also offer window tinting, and we are fully equipped and certified to reset all camera systems in any windshield, both in shop and with our mobile unit.
Did you know that Medicare plans can change from year to year? That's why during Medicare open enrollment, it pays to compare your current coverage with all your choices for 2023. Plan premiums are at historic lows, so why not save money? Take advantage of the extra benefits available. Legacy Insurance and Financial Services will provide you with the right plan. We're now located in Collinsville, right beside Town Gun, and in Stewart, in the same parking lot as BB&T. Call 276-358-4001 and speak with a professional agent who can help you find a plan that's right for you. Remember, think local and think legacy. Open enrollment began October 15th, so contact us today. Harbor Towing and Recovery is expanding. 4173 Virginia Avenue in Collinsville. Harbor now offers custom tire and wheels with advanced technology. Automotive repair? No problem for Harbor. From simple repair to major semi-trucks, Harbor's got you covered. Oil changes, brakes, front end alignment on any size vehicle or trucks. And remember, 24-hour towing. So you tell the police to call Harbor Towing, 276-632-2580.
Chad, I'll let you lead.
Well, thanks for tuning in, and we're here with live coverage here, real-time coverage, Louise, myself, and Shania, and we just got a fresh update in from the Martinsville City. Thanks again to Wynn Harold, and our trend is beginning to go a different direction. It looks now like, well, we still have a three-way great run, but it's looking like LC is still in the lead, and Aaron is in second place. Took a big jump this last time. LC with 1342 and Aaron here at 1323, which is really close, Louise. But Jennifer Bowles not out of it yet at 1294. And Danny still hasn't broke the 1,000 mark yet, but we're still a little early. So his precincts may not have hit yet. And when they do, you may see his numbers take a big jump as well.
Absolutely. So looking here, persons that have voted so far, again, I told you that there's 9,059 registered voters in the city of Martinsville. So far, there has been a total of 2,789 people that have shown up for this midterm election. And again, folks, we've titled all of our coverage for Elections You Decide 2022 because it is all in your hands if you want to see two individuals come in, or if you would like to continue to stay with the same, or if you would like to change it up a little bit with a new one, or if you would like to switch it up a little bit. But we are still waiting our in-person and absentee ballots so far. We're waiting on those. Precinct number 1, which is housing, that is what is our current numbers coming from. So again, just in case you can only hear us, Danny Turner has 855 votes, Jennifer Bowles 1,294, Elsie Jones 1,342, and it looks like Aaron Rawls has 1,323 votes. Early in-person voting is what we're still waiting on, along with the absentee, is what I was just told. So we're still waiting. Race is still, pretty close, so we can't call it at this point. We're still waiting for two individuals, and of course, early in-person, I will say that I saw a lot of that happening, and that could change because you never know how many individuals are going to be showing up to vote early. This was such an important election that my brother, sister, my brother's girlfriend, they all showed up to vote in the early in person. Nice. So they usually just do the presidential, but again, they saw that this was very important, and of course they've seen my coverage and everything like that, and they know what is at stake, so they also voted. So again, folks, I think we're going to see a much different amount of individuals that have showed up to the polls or have voted early to be able to, see if they want some change or if they want to continue to keep Jennifer Bowles and Danny Turner in the city council. So definitely a tight race so far.
It looks like Morgan Griffin has taken 86% of the votes in Henry County to 14% for Devon. So looks like Morgan Griffin is pretty solid in Henry County, right, with the House District 9.
Yeah, absolutely, and it goes without being said that Henry County is pretty Republican, so we weren't expecting too much of a difference.
Well,
there.
Also you got to realize Morgan Griffin in 2020 when he ran got 95.8% of the votes. Mm-hmm. Morgan's been in a long time,
right,
and it's always difficult to unseat someone in a seated position. Right. But again, Morgan has been in District 9 for a long time. So we'll look back and see if we are getting any more from our local side here. Well, both are local.
Right, right.
But looks like our numbers are still pretty planted the same. But looks like LC is, and Aaron here, Crawl has got a great chance of being seated in the city council.
Absolutely, a little bit of a difference there, but again, still very early. We're still waiting on the early in-person, I should say, and the absentee precincts, to be able to let you know what what the outcome for tonight is going to be. So far, again, Elsie Jones and Aaron Rawls are leading. They are the newcomers. And as Chad mentioned, Aaron Rawls is a business owner, and Elsie Jones is a former Martinsville Police Department officer. And we're still waiting for, of course, the early in-person, as I mentioned to you, and the absentee votes. They are currently working on that. So we should know about Martinsville City Council and its race and what the results are and what you decided, Martinsville and Henry County, or Martinsville, I should say, since we're talking about specifically Martinsville City Council. We should know what you decided here shortly because, again, our team there at the municipal building says that they are currently working on it. So once we get those in, then we will be able to call the race for Martinsville City Council.
Looks like a good spot to take a quick little break.
Absolutely.
And we want to thank all of our sponsors. Thank our partnership as well with the Enterprise and the Henry. And also, big shout out to Daniels Auto Glass and Tint for helping us out tonight, along with Harbor Towing and Recovery, along with the insurance company as well that's been helping
Legacy,
us.
yep.
Legacy's been helping us here at BTW for quite a while. Car, auto, insurance, whatever you need, they can take care of you. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back, hopefully with some fresher numbers.
Martinsville and Henry County tonight. You decide. Real-time results coverage is made possible by Daniels Auto Glass. Now, here are Luis Romero and Chad Hall, live at the BTW 21 studios.
A broken or cracked windshield can ruin a day. At Daniels Auto Glass, it's our goal to make that unfortunate scenario as painless as possible. We have been servicing Franklin County and the surrounding area since 1995. Our customers are our neighbors, and we want you to know that you have the choice who repairs or replaces your windshield. And if you can't come out to us, we can come out to you. We also offer window tinting, and we are fully equipped and certified to reset all camera systems in any windshield, both in shop and with our mobile unit.
Did you know that Medicare plans can change from year to year? That's why during Medicare open enrollment, it pays to compare your current coverage with all your choices for 2023. Plan premiums are at historic lows, so why not save money? Take advantage of the extra benefits available. Legacy Insurance and Financial Services will provide you with the right plan. We're now located in Collinsville, right beside Town Gun, and in Stewart in the same parking lot as BB&T. Call 276-358-4001 and speak with a professional agent who can help you find a plan that's right for you. Remember, think local and think legacy. Open enrollment began October 15th, so contact us today. Harbor Towing and Recovery is expanding. 4173 Virginia Avenue in Collinsville. Harbor now offers custom tire and wheels with advanced technology. Automotive repair? No problem for Harbor. From simple repair to major semi-trucks, Harbor's got you covered. Oil changes, brakes, front end alignment on any size vehicle or trucks. And remember, 24-hour towing. So you tell the police to call Harbor Towing, 276-632-2580.
Martinsville and Henry County tonight. You decide. Real-time results coverage is made possible by Daniels Auto Glass. Now, here are Luis Romero and Chad Hall, live at the BTW 21 studios.
Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us for real-time results. Again, Luis Romero, Chad Hall here at BTW 21 Studios in the city of Martinsville, and we are watching two races very closely. We're going to get the numbers back on the screen because, again, folks, you're not here to watch us. You're here to see the results and the real-time results. As soon as we receive them from the municipal building there in the city of Martinsville, we get them on the screen. And again, folks, just to read these out for you, we have Danny Turner, 855 votes. Jennifer Bowles with 1,294. Elsie Jones, 1,342. Aaron Rawls with 1,323. And again, obviously, Elsie Jones and Aaron Rawls are leading.
We need to make a quick update. We've got some numbers for Henry County.
So let's update for Henry County. All right, so
it looks like Champ
what
took a big one there with
there.
611, and then Sydney with 112. I hope that's on your screen. It is.
Yep,
So that was our first hit from Henry County there. So again, big thank you to our helpers over there from
Henry
the
County
Enterprise and the Henry County paper.
Yep, the Henry County Enterprise, and of course the Enterprise in Stewart. We thank them for their continued partnership, and we have Maddie Oliver, who is there at the Henry County Administration Building, and she will be bringing us our numbers, and of course she's covering this on her end as well. We're still trying to get some numbers on voter turnout for both localities. We may not get those because, again, our biggest focus, because we're committed here, and thanks to Daniel's Auto Glass and Tint, we're committed to be able to bring you these results as soon as we get it. When we say real-time results, as soon as we get them, they are on your screen. Of course, we verify them multiple times, and even after they are on the screen, we verify these numbers. It looks like we have an update for the city of Martinsville, and it looks like, are we calling this already?
Looks like it's a check on them, like we've got the picks.
Looks, folks, like
Aaron has pulled off the win with
LC
1901, and LC with 1847. Jennifer rounded off with a flat 1500, and Danny Turner with 1213. So we looks like we may be at the end of that journey.
So let's verify
Double
that
check
here,
it.
because we don't, we're not going to call that right now.
It looks like the city is done.
Yeah, let's see here.
Well, let's see. Actually, we better double check.
Yeah, we're checking here, and we're going to check our numbers before we are able to call that. We're verifying our numbers as we speak to be able to call this race. But
And I will go back and say again, we are very unbiased. I guess, is that the right word to say?
Yeah.
Unbiased. But I will say that the predictions for Morgan Griffith was 80%.
Okay.
For the whole district. So he was predicted to win by 80% in the entire district wide. So so far in Henry County, that shows to be true.
Yeah.
With his, I forgot what it was. Was it 80? I can go back and look.
I don't have that one.
Well, actually, it's already it's changing. It was 73% still Morgan Griffith.
If we could get the producer to keep the screen on at all times.
Yeah, that'll be fine. But yeah, that race is still running. We're not showing that on the screen because we're more focused here on the local. But again, that was just a prediction that was given to me prior that Morgan Griffith would probably have an 80% widespread.
And we're close. We're at 73. Okay, going back now to Martinsville City, we have called the race now. Again, folks, as you can see here in chat, I'm going to read these from our paper here.
Okay.
If you could verify them
I can.
on the screen just to make sure. We have Danny Turner with 1,213.
That is correct.
1,500 for Jennifer Bowles.
That is correct.
1847 LC Jones.
That is correct.
And Aaron Rawls with 1901.
That is correct.
So, folks, we are now calling the race. LC Jones and Aaron Rawls have won the race for Martinsville City Council, and if they're gonna stick to what they said on the campaign trail, it looks like they are going to work their hardest to be able to stop reversion. So we are, of course, going to always keep you updated in regards to all of that. We'll have to, be there extensively to be able to let you know, because one thing that I will say LC Jones said on his interview with us, because we invited all candidates to come and talk to us.
And you've done an excellent job with
thank
that.
you.
And the debates as well that you housed here at BTW.
Right.
Excellent job.
So one of the things that LC said is that it's not going to happen with the snap of a finger.
No, sir.
So
I got to agree with that.
So
it did, and this is what a lot of folks probably understand, and some may not. The city didn't get in this shape overnight,
right.
And it's not going to fix itself overnight as well. And I commend Mr. Jones for making that statement that he doesn't have a magic wand, and he's going to have to. Well, I guess we'll have to put the camera to him and put the fire on him and make sure that he fulfills his campaign trail. So again, the voters have chosen for change,
right.
And it looks like we're going to have 2 new members now seated in City Council.
Yeah.
And it looks like we'll see if they're able to help the city. If they fulfill their campaign trail, as you said, make sure that It wasn't a political move to be on city council, and if they're here to really make change.
Right.
And if that's so, I'm sure the city and everyone will get behind them as well as BTW.
Right.
We're in the city as well here with BTW, so we're concerned about the city. BTW, we moved to the city 2 years ago, and we want to see the city produce and thrive with excellence. So I'm really shocked. I really looked for LC to take first place there, but there toward the end, it looked like Aaron picked up a few extra hundred votes there. But still, without a doubt, the two new seaters coming in, the voters have made their choices, and they're definitely wanting change.
All right, we got an
in the city of
update
Martinsville.
for, is that an update? Where's that update? So that is the final update for Martinsville City.
Yeah, I'm getting some stuff from the House and other things.
Okay,
So
let us see here.
Because going back to Morgan Griffin, he's still 73%, 3,193 voters. And actually, right now,
So there was a mistake in the early votes? That's what we're hearing right now?
there was a mistake. Yep, that's
So
what the
we're
rumors are. Let's see
updating.
what happens.
So that would still leave Elsie Jones and Aaron Rawls in the lead, wouldn't it? Yep,
It did give Jennifer Bowles a big jump, though.
absolutely.
She went from 1,500 to 1,808. So now let's figure out where the mistake was. And again, this mistake is coming from
From the city.
This
This
correct.
is not a BTW 21 or BTW 21 News mistake. We are now told, let's see here, is that correct? We're still missing from our last numbers here. Folks, we're trying our best to keep you updated and crunch some numbers here, especially, let's see, so let's see, we just want to make sure that we're giving you the numbers here, but let's refresh here, and we have, Chad, again, I'll read these numbers
Yeah, I'm
out.
not exactly sure where the mistake was.
Right.
We did get a paper from the city there.
So Bowles did have a mistake there.
Yep. There was obviously a 308 voter mistake somewhere in the city ballots, but that has been corrected.
And it looks like Elsie Jones actually has more votes than what our screen is showing. Our screen is showing 1847, but his number on the ballot paper here says 1896. So we probably need to correct that. We have 17 write-ins. So let's see if we need to update all of that information. Again, folks, this is live TV, and looks like
All right,
we've got that
1896,
fixed.
that is correct. And then looks like we have, Jennifer has jumped up to 1808.
Right, that still leaves Jones and Rawls with the lead.
Still leaves him with the lead.
And
That is correct.
That would still mean that they're taking the two
Not exactly
seats.
sure which precinct had the problem.
Right, and we're being told that early in-person voting, there was a mistake for only Jennifer Bowles. So that's what brought the 308 votes for her. Let's see here. What do we have? Only numbers for Ridgeway, of course, are number 1, the first precinct. So those are the only numbers that we have, and of course that remains at 611 for Champ Hardy, and for Sidney McCord with 112. So that one is not close at all. But again, folks, we believe so far, and we will continue again to verify these numbers while we're here on the air. We believe so far that this is going to be the accurate number for Martinsville City Council, and that is 1213 for Danny Turner.
Correct.
1808 for Jennifer Bowles.
That's correct.
1896 for Elsie Jones.
That's correct.
And 1901 for Aaron Rawls.
That's correct.
So that's what we have so far.
So our early person voters had made it was a 308 voting mistake.
Yeah.
It could have just not been counted.
Right.
So that was luckily the city caught the error, but it would not have made a difference at this point.
Yeah.
But it is good to see that was a real tight race.
Absolutely.
For all three of those, and Jennifer was right there with LC, only a rough 92 points behind.
Right.
92 votes, I should say, but that's still a pretty good margin.
Absolutely, and again, we're still waiting here for Ridgeway. Folks, you're seeing, again, Aaron Rawls, LC Jones will now be on Martinsville City Council. They are the newcomers to Martinsville City Council, but Aaron Rawls, I believe it's 12 years that he's been living in the city of Martinsville. Mm-hmm. And then we have LC Jones, who is a native of Henry County. He was born in the Figsboro community, is what I understand, and what he told us during his interview, but he's grown up in Martinsville. And of course, has a lot of Martinsville Bulldog pride. So,
I bet he does. I think he was at the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
And that's another thing too. When I look, of course, Jennifer, she's young as well. Mm-hmm. But these other two gentlemen, they're young and ready to go. And again, hats off to Danny Turner. He has done so much for the city of Martinsville. And I will say this. Even though he may be unseated tonight, he will continue his trend of serving and helping everyone in the city of Martinsville, because that's just his heart and that is his passion. And without a doubt in my mind, Miss Jennifer Bowles will do the exact same thing. She will be right back at it tomorrow, just like she was any other day, because she lives, works, and plays here, and that's why we love it here in Martinsville. I love that slogan. You remember the jingle they done many, many years ago? I've always took that up, and I love that. I live, work, and play here. That's why we love it here.
Absolutely.
So that's just a good one.
And I do want to.
I wrote it, but I didn't.
Right. I do want to, thank, because all of the candidates participated in, I mentioned to you the interviews, participated in the debate, and then LC Jones, Danny Turner, Jennifer Bowles all bought advertising here at BTW 21. So we thank them very much. Seriously, we mean it for supporting BTW 21, your local, elections headquarters and elections leader. Again, we bring you the real-time results by Daniel's Auto Glass, and we cannot do it without all our sponsors and for candidates that saw it fit to be able to buy some airtime here at BTW 21. So we thank you very much for that. I think that because we're not seeing any updates from the Henry County School Board, the Ridgeway District school board race, we are going to take a quick commercial break, and again, thank some of those sponsors for making tonight possible. So stay with us.
Martinsville and Henry County tonight, you decide. Real-time results coverage is made possible by Daniel's Auto Glass. Now, here are Luis Romero and Chad Hall, live at the BTW 21 studios.
A broken or cracked windshield can ruin a day. At Daniel's Auto Glass, it's our goal to make that unfortunate scenario as painless as possible. We have been servicing Franklin County and the surrounding area since 1995. Our customers are our neighbors, and we want you to know that you have the choice who repairs or replaces your windshield. And if you can't come out to us, we can come out to you. We also offer window tinting, and we are fully equipped and certified to reset all camera systems in any windshield, both in shop and with our mobile unit.
Did you know that Medicare plans can change from year to year? That's why during Medicare open enrollment, it pays to compare your current coverage with all your choices for 2023. Plan premiums are at historic lows, so why not save money? Take advantage of the extra benefits available. Legacy Insurance and Financial Services will provide you with the right plan. We're now located in Collinsville, right beside Town Gun, and in Stewart, in the same parking lot as BB&T. Call 276-358-4001 and speak with a professional agent who can help you find a plan that's right for you. Remember, think local and think legacy. Open enrollment began October 15th, so contact us today.
Harbors.
Harbor Towing and Recovery is expanding. 4173 Virginia Avenue in Collinsville. Harbor now offers custom tire and wheels with advanced technology. Automotive repair? No problem for Harbor. From simple repair to major semi-trucks, Harbor's got you covered. Oil changes, brakes, front end alignment on any size vehicle or trucks. And remember, 24-hour towing. So you tell the police to call Harbor Towing, 276-632-2580.
Harbors.
Harbor Towing and Recovery is expanding. 4173 Virginia Avenue in Collinsville. Harbor now offers custom tire and wheels with advanced technology. Automotive repair? No problem for Harbor. From simple repair to major semi-trucks, Harbor's got you covered. Oil changes, brakes, front end alignment on any size vehicle or trucks. And remember, 24-hour towing. So you tell the police to call Harbor.
Well, welcome back, and thank you for staying with us for real-time results. That's live TV for you, Chad.
That
We
is live TV.
we were making sure that we were verifying some numbers, but folks, we are going to be calling, of course, the race, and we have called it already. We'll get the numbers back on your screen just to remind you in case you're just tuning in right now. We are live at the top of the hour here at 8 p.m. on this November 8th, Election Day 2022, and we have called now that Elsie Jones and Aaron Rawls have won the seats. So congratulations to them. They have won the seats for the Martinsville City Council race. And of course, that takes out Denny Turner and Jennifer Bowles, the incumbents. We are still following the Henry County School Board Ridgeway District race. A mouthful there. Of course, the outstanding votes are not enough to change the city council. So, of course, we again are officially calling Elsie Jones and Aaron Rawls the winners of the Martinsville City Council race. So, definitely a very, very tiresome, a very lengthy campaign trail that all of these individuals had to endure. Some put more than others. I will say that because you know that happens when you have four different individuals that are coming. But again, the newcomers are going to be welcomed into the city council. One of the biggest things that we talked about, you know, before we were talking actual numbers that had come in, is that the city of Martinsville residents, and that is why we titled all of our election coverage, why we titled it "You Decide 2022," is because you get to decide if you wanted reversion to stop, because Elsie Jones and Aaron Rawls had said that they were one of their goals was going to be, not biggest, but one of their goals was going to be that they were going to, you know, find every way to stop reversion. They do not believe the reversion is the solution to, you know, the hardships that the city of Martinsville is facing. So Elsie Jones and Aaron Rawls said that they will do whatever they can to stop the reversion process. And again, Danny Turner and Jennifer Bowles, we're going to allow the voters to vote on that. But Elsie Jones and Aaron Rawls said that they're going to do whatever they can to stop the process. And again, I will say that one of the biggest things that, or one of the quotes that I can take from Elsie Jones that he said during our interview, as we interviewed all the political candidates for that race, he said it's not going to happen, you know, overnight or in the snap of a finger. I believe his exact words were the snap of a finger. So, again, we will all have to wait and see how all of this takes place, and they will be joining, of course, Chad Martin, Kathy Lawson, and Tammy Pearson. Mayor Kathy Lawson, and they're going to be you know, seeing if the city is going to move forward with reversion or not. And again, we're still waiting on the school board race. The Ridgeway District seat is open, and Sidney McCord and Champ Hardy are vying for that seat, with Champ 611 votes, and then Sydney with 112 votes there in Ridgeway. So we are still waiting for those numbers. So we will, of course, stay live and bring you that real-time results until we get those. Hopefully, Chad, it is not a repeat of 2021 where we were here 3 hours on air, and then I was at the administration building until past midnight and bringing you, updates right into the early morning. So hopefully, keep our fingers crossed, Chad, that doesn't happen tonight.
Well, I don't think we'll have to worry about that one as much. I think also the main one we were looking at is behind us. We're looking at 2 new individuals stepping into the seat of the city council. Again, Aaron Raw and L.C. Jones will be moving in to that new seat. And again, their campaign trail, a lot of folks and eyes will be on them to make sure they fulfill everything that they are going to attempt to help in Martinsville and Henry County, or Martinsville, I should say. But again, back to what you're saying, this is something that didn't happen overnight, and it's going to take some time. And like I was sharing with you, Louise, I think we need a fresh start, a fresh look at it, to go back to the table and look at different avenues, different ways of looking at reversion, and sit back down with the county and get more input from the county and become a partnership instead of a World War III, so to speak, is kind of where we've been with this. So again, hats off to Crawl and LC, but I also want to say they have their jobs cut out for them.
Absolutely.
But also to Danny Turner and to Jennifer Bowles as well. We would like to thank you so much for your services in the city council and everything that you do way before even being elected. But thank you so much for your services and everything that I know you'll continue to do as well, because again, this is your home, and what better place to serve and to support, and that's your hometown.
Absolutely. So, folks, again, in case you're just joining us because we are at the top of the hour, Elsie Jones, Aaron Rawls have won the seats to the Martinsville City Council. So a big congratulations to them. Folks, we have no updates in regards to the school board race. We will also try to get you some information on the town. I know that individuals are asking about the town of Ridgeway, the mayor race, and then the Ridgeway Town Council. Again, we're not following those very closely because, again, only Craig O'Dare is running for the mayor's seat. So, again, that's pretty obvious who's going to win it. And then the town of Ridgeway member town council, there's a total of 6 empty seats, if I'm not incorrect, and 3 individuals are on the ballot there. So, again, folks, not a lot that will change in regards to that. But folks, we're going to take another commercial break. Thank some of our sponsors because, again, folks, we don't have any updates in regards to the school board race, but you can count on your neighborhood network to bring you those real-time results. Stay with us.
Martinsville and Henry County tonight. You decide. Real-time results coverage is made possible by Daniel's Auto Glass. Now, here are Luis Romero and Chad Hall, live at the BTW 21 studios.
A broken or cracked windshield can ruin a day. At Daniel's Auto Glass, it's our goal to make that unfortunate scenario as painless as possible. We have been servicing Franklin County and the surrounding area since 1995. Our customers are our neighbors, and we want you to know that you have the choice who repairs or replaces your windshield. And if you can't come out to us, we can come out to you. We also offer window tinting, and we are fully equipped and certified to reset all camera systems in any windshield, both in shop and with our mobile unit.
Hi Bruce.
Harbor Towing and Recovery is expanding. 4173 Virginia Avenue in Collinsville. Harbor now offers custom tire and wheels with advanced technology. Automotive repair? No problem for Harbor. From simple repair to major semi-trucks, Harbor's got you covered. Oil changes, brakes, front end alignment on any size vehicle or trucks. And remember, 24-hour towing. So you tell the police to call Harbor Towing, 276-632-2580. Did you know that Medicare plans can change from year to year? That's why during Medicare open enrollment, it pays to compare your current coverage with all your choices for 2023. Plan premiums are at historic lows, so why not save money? Take advantage of the extra benefits available. Legacy Insurance and Financial Services will provide you with the right plan. We're now located in Collinsville, right beside Town Gun, and in Stewart in the same parking lot as BB&T. Call 276-358-4001 and speak with a professional agent who can help you find a plan that's right for you. Remember, think local and think legacy. Open enrollment began October 15th, so contact us today.
Martinsville and Henry County tonight, you decide. Real-time results coverage is made possible by Daniels Auto Glass. Now, here are Luis Romero and Chad Hall, live at the BTW 21 studios.
And we'd like to thank everybody again for tuning in to our live coverage of BTW 21. Luis Romero and myself, Chad Hall, and Shania producing tonight. Hope you've enjoyed the election coverage. And again, we've got some numbers that are in. We've wrapped up the city council, and two newcomers looks to be taking, well, don't look, they have taken the seat over in the city council. We've got Aaron Rawls that's going to be taking over. At 1901 is the votes that he had, and L.C. Jones with 1896. So they will be taking the seats in the city council. We have also been following the school board race.
Yeah.
We haven't got any, we actually have just got some updates for that. So we'll update that. And it looks like Champ has 1156 and Sydney has 201. So a little bit of information there just has came in, and you see those instant updates on your screen as you see a flicker and the numbers change.
Absolutely.
So I'm still not sure if that's going to polish off that.
We're not. We are. If we're just being honest with you folks. You know, we are here on TV, so we are just bringing you what we get. We are going to try our best to, of course, verify these numbers and see if this is going to be the entire number of voters in Ridgeway. You know, I don't have any numbers on Ridgeway. You know, we've been following other races so closely that we have not been able to get numbers there. So we're going to try our best to be able to bring you the latest numbers there for the Ridgeway district race. But right now, these are our current numbers. And of course, we I want to thank Win Harold and Mindy Oliver with the Henry County Enterprise for you know, keeping us updated. Of course, Morgan Griffith is winning his race.
He's holding about 74%. So they may not get that 80% average throughout the entire part of this. And then it could take a major turn toward the end. But he's kind of been holding that 74%. So it looks like with this trend, or so far in the voting, that Mr. Griffin will be staying in office.
So here's a little update in regards to the Ridgeway School Board and the special election. This is 28.6% of precincts reporting, or 2 of 7. So we're not done with yet with the school board race there again in Ridgeway. So we have to remain on air until that's completely done. But so far there are no updates to those numbers. Again, Champ with 1,156, and then Sidney McCord with 201. So again, right now Champ with an 85% lead to McCord. So we're going to have to see. So let's update now for
Got a new update
Henry
just came
County.
in. See what we got.
Oh, so that's another big jump for Mr. Hardy. He has 1,685. McCord with 260 votes there. So that's the newest update there, and it looks like yeah, we're missing some numbers and getting some others, but we again, folks, are gonna be here.
They're definitely coming in a little different on the end here.
Absolutely. So now, and still, I should say, Champ Hardy, and he's a junior, will continue to lead here, and he would be taking, again, a one-year term to the Henry County School Board Ridgeway District seat. So one thing that he did say that I found interesting during the interview, again, all of the candidates were invited to come and talk to us free of charge. We always provide that service to all of them so that the community can get to know them. One of the things that Mr. Hardy said during his interview is he said, if you do not feel that I did a good job during that 1 year, you don't have to elect me after that.
Makes good sense.
So he's asking for a one-year trial is basically what he's asking for this election, special election there in Ridgeway. So we're going to see right now, it looks like the voters are talking Mr. Champ. He might be the champ. We'll have to wait and see. If that's the case, I know Win Herald wanted me to say that on air. He owes me $20, but back to seriousness on here.
Anytime you can get 20 out of Win, you've done a great job.
That is correct.
So and he's averaging, again, Champ Junior here is averaging about 85%.
Right. On average, yeah.
And with the polls, the numbers coming in, if that trend, it's going to be really tough at this point for Sydney to pull it off. Right. You know, it's going to have to be it's honestly going to be almost impossible.
Well, you could be right on there. We are still, I believe this is going to bring us to 3 out of 7 precincts that are reporting now. So we could still be talking about, like you said, very hard, but it still could happen that Sydney could jump up and maybe be closer.
Yeah,
so
we've got 3 out of 7.
Okay, yep, that is correct. We got 3 out of 7 precincts.
It's going to be real difficult because it looks like the trend is just heading in Champ's possession there.
Right.
But you're right, it is possible that the next 4 polls could be all Sydney.
That is, I will say one thing about there in Ridgeway that I found impressive in regards to, you know, I was at almost all of the polling places following the candidates to get those interviews for you for the 5 p.m. newscast. One of the things that I found is that there in the Ridgeway Library where Mr. Hardy spent most of his day, it was nonstop of people coming in. It was like clockwork. One person would come out, one person would go in. So when I heard the number of individuals that had shown up, I was also impressed because it seems that, I could be wrong, but it seems like a lot more people showed up for this midterm election than they had before. But I'm not going to say that that's a fact, but from what you were able to gather, and the weather was, I will say, a lot better than it was in 2021. We had some rain in 2021, so that also has to do with it. I don't understand why that would deter somebody from voting, because that is a right that you have. But
I'm a very early morning voter.
Yeah,
Very.
and early
morning
worker too. You're here early.
I'm a morning guy.
Yes.
If I get out of bed, if not, I'm an evening guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I haven't met that side yet. 5 years, haven't met it yet. But again, the absentee have not been counted yet, and we're talking about, of course, the Ridgeway race because we have concluded our
Actually,
our
3 out of
coverage.
5 are in.
Okay, 3 out of 5.
Yeah, we
okay.
only have
But we have already called again in case you're just tuning in because we know that some individuals are just joining us right now. Again, we are live. This is live on Comcast Channel 21 on our Facebook page. That's facebook.com/BTW21 and our YouTube channel, youtube.com/BTW21 News. We're live with this real-time results that is, again, presented by Daniel's Auto Glass and Tint. They're located in Bassett, the Franklin County portion of Bassett. They have a Bassett address. And we want to thank them for their partnership and their sponsorship as well for bringing real-time results as part of our You Decide 2022 coverage. And we're still waiting for the Henry County School Board District race numbers to come on in. Right now, Mr. Champ Hardy is leading with 1,685 votes over Sidney McCord of 260 total number of individuals that showed up and voted for him. So, folks.
Now, I'm looking through some comments. Again, these are comments from individuals that are watching live. And I'm seeing comments that says things like, the school board needs Champ. So that could be, again, why you're seeing some of these numbers. Again, back to, didn't you say that he was a school teacher?
Yes, if I'm not wrong, I believe it was 30 years that he served as an agriculture teacher, and then he has served, I believe, since he retired in 2016. If I'm not wrong, I could be completely wrong. It's been a while since we, interviewed him, and that we've interviewed all the candidates. So a lot of information taken, but he's been a substitute teacher for a very long time. I believe this was the only semester that he has not taught, as a substitute teacher. So he's very well known in the community. He grew up in Ridgeway. He said that whenever he was, I think, 18 and had to go, pretty much look for a job or live on his own, was the first time that he tasted store-bought milk. Wow! Because all his family was self-sustained. So that's an interesting fact there.
That is.
So,
and we're also getting comments again from viewers. It's like priorities need to be adjusted in Henry County. The Bassett Martinsville game, thousands of people watching, and election importance, only 80 plus watching.
Yeah.
So it makes sense, but we are in a pretty big funnel of football fans.
That is very true. Yeah, I definitely.
And it's a little more exciting.
That is very true, but I definitely agree. I think that as the comment stated, that elections should be a big priority for everyone. They may not be as fun, but I enjoy this. I enjoy being able to have you all listen to us and get them paid for it.
Yeah, maybe someday we can. Somebody may run from BTW for something.
I don't know. But we do have, of course, a little bit. This was almost obvious. Morgan Griffith is the winner for the Congress, the 9th district, of course. That is the Republican candidate there that was winning, that has run re-election to the U.S.
Is that official now?
Yeah, that is official. That he has won. So I know that was on the ballot for Henry County.
74% then?
Yep. So Morgan Griffith will stay in office. I will say an interesting thing about his opponent, Devon. She actually visited one of the local events so that people could come and meet her and ask her questions. So,
nice.
that was definitely a good thing. But of course, we always shake hands with Mr. Griffith. A lot of times he's
very
an individual.
Busy man.
That comes and comes to our neck of the woods, and I think that's important to be able to highlight all of those. Again, putting the numbers back on the screen here, folks.
We're still at the 1685 for Champ and 260 for Sidney. So the numbers are still waiting on, if I'm not mistaken, we've got 3 out of 5 that have come in. We haven't had the absentees have not been counted yet. Again, this is going into the Ridgeway School Board District. So, and we also have a little bit of an election. We haven't talked a lot about the town of Ridgeway, but it looks like the mayor are running unopposed, and he will stay seated, the mayor of Ridgeway, and Craig will stay junior. And we're also 6 seats with 3 people running. So everybody's going to get elected in the town of
You get a seat.
Ridgeway.
You get a seat. Everybody gets a seat,
Everybody's going to take us. Actually, they're going to need 3 more write-ins.
Right.
Maybe we should have that would have been our position. We could have wrote you in, Louise, and you could have been seated on the Ridgeway
Well, you have to be a
Council.
you have to be a Ridgeway District resident. So.
Well, now I know that you zoomed through there on many occasions.
Yeah, I'm very close to the Ridgeway District. I can get there rather quickly from where I live. So definitely, interesting to see that. I know that now at this time we're just talking, but in Buchanan, which is here locally in Virginia, there was no one on the ballot for mayor.
Wow.
Not a single person on the ballot for mayor, so they were counting, of course, on the write-ins. So another interesting fact there. I know that our friends at the Enterprise in Patrick County are also following the race there in Patrick County. And, in Patrick County, we were talking about elections there. There's 3 individuals that are seeking Stewart Town Council seat, and those 3 individuals are seeking 3 seats. Okay. So they are as well going to be being elected to get those seats. So that's why we're not following Patrick County races as well. But just giving a little bit of a local touch there, Morgan Griffith received almost 3,600 votes there in comparison to Ms. Devon that received 625. So that was an 85% gain that Griffith had over Devon in Patrick County, to give you an idea. But locally, we are still waiting for Ridgeway to give us some numbers in regards to what we are also following, the Henry County School Board Ridgeway District race. And that is for a year. Sidney McCord has served since September. He was appointed by the Henry County Board. And Mr. Champ Hardy is seeking to fill the shoes for only a year. And he says, if I'm not adequate enough, if I don't do a good job, then you don't have to re-elect me for the next year. One of the things that I do want to mention with that race, and that I found very interesting, is that the Henry County School Board appointed Mr. Champ Hardy was one of the candidates for that appointment. So Mr. Hardy and Mr. McCord came up and were interviewed like they were being interviewed for a job, and the Henry County School Board, the current members, decided that Mr. McCord was the best fit. But of course, now the voters get to decide who is the best fit. And right now, from what you're seeing on your screen, it looks like the voters are saying that Mr. Mr. Hardy is going to be the best fit. So just to give you a little bit of background on that race, and again, folks, this is why voting is so important. I mean, we could preach that all night long, but that is why voting is so important, because again, as we've mentioned and we've called this coverage, you decide. That's you, Martinsville and Henry County residents, and specifically now, Ridgeway District residents. You get to decide who is going to be taking that seat on the school board. And right now, it looks like you guys are deciding that Mr. Hardy is going to be representing you and your students in the Ridgeway District. So that provides a perfect segue for us to be able to take a quick commercial break and thank some of our sponsors for making tonight possible. Again, folks, we do not say it lightly, real-time results here on your Neighborhood Network. Stay with us.
Martinsville and Henry County tonight, you decide. Real-time results coverage is made possible by Daniel's Auto Glass. Now, here are Luis Romero and Chad Hall, live at the BTW 21 studios.
A broken or cracked windshield can ruin a day. At Daniel's Auto Glass, it's our goal to make that unfortunate scenario as painless as possible. We have been servicing Franklin County and the surrounding area since 1995. Our customers are our neighbors, and we want you to know that you have the choice who repairs or replaces your windshield. And if you can't come out to us, we can come out to you. We also offer window tinting, and we are fully equipped and certified to reset all camera systems in any windshield, both in shop and with our mobile unit.
Did you know that Medicare plans can change from year to year? That's why during Medicare open enrollment, it pays to compare your current coverage with all your choices for 2023. Plan premiums are at historic lows, so why not save money? Take advantage of the extra benefits available. Legacy Insurance and Financial Services will provide you with the right plan. We're now located in Collinsville, right beside Town Gun, and in Stewart in the same parking lot as BB&T. Call 276-358-4001 and speak with a professional agent who can help you find a plan that's right for you. Remember, think local and think legacy. Open enrollment began October 15th, so contact us today. Harbor Towing and Recovery is expanding. 4173 Virginia Avenue in Collinsville. Harbor now offers custom tire and wheels with advanced technology. Automotive repair? No problem for Harbor. From simple repair to major semi-trucks, Harbor's got you covered. Oil changes, brakes, front end alignment on any size vehicle or trucks. And remember, 24-hour towing. So you tell the police to call Harbor Towing, 276-632-2580.
A broken or cracked windshield can ruin a day. At Daniels Auto Glass, it's our goal to make that unfortunate scenario as painless as possible. We have been servicing Franklin County and the surrounding area since 1995. Our customers are our neighbors, and we want you to know that you have the choice who repairs or replaces your windshield. And if you can't come out to us, we can come out to you. We also offer window tinting, and we are fully equipped and certified to reset all camera systems in any windshield, both in shop and with our mobile unit.
Did you know that Medicare plans can change from year to year? That's why during Medicare open enrollment, it pays to compare your current coverage with all your choices for 2023. Plan premiums are at historic lows, so why not save money? Take advantage of the extra benefits available. Legacy Insurance and Financial Services will provide you with the right plan. We're now located in Collinsville, right beside Town Gun, and in Stewart in the same parking lot as BB&T. Call 276-358-4001 and speak with a professional agent who can help you find a plan that's right for you. Remember, think local and think legacy. Open enrollment began October 15th, so contact us today.
Martinsville and Henry County tonight, you decide. Real-time results coverage is made possible by Daniels Auto Glass. Now, here are Luis Romero and Chad Hall, live at the BTW 21 studios.
Welcome back, folks, and thank you for sticking along with us on this election day. As always, we appreciate your company. Thank you for sticking along. Hopefully we didn't bore you to death too badly, but I'm going to be sharing some numbers with you, so that might happen. Again, in the city of Martinsville, I know that we've concluded the race there, but there was 53% voter turnout in 2018. And 2022, this year, there was a 35% voter turnout, and that was as of 4:30 p.m. We have not received an update because, again, we've been pretty busy keeping you updated in regards to the Martinsville City Council race. There was 8,705 registered voters in the city of Martinsville in 2018, and there was a total of 9,059 registered voters in 2022. And I want to contribute that. I think I may be correct on this guess, is that was due to the 2020 election. A lot of individuals, new voters, voted in that, and that is why most likely that number went up. Now, in Henry County, there's a total of 35,001 active voters, a total of 36,398 registered voters. And again, that information is according to the Virginia Department of Elections. Again, we want to thank Daniels Auto Glass and Tint, Legacy Insurance and Financial Services LLC, Harbor Towing and Recovery, and Henry County Enterprise for tagging along with us and sponsoring tonight's coverage. We appreciate all of the work that they've done, and I don't think that you guys have been able to hear me. Hopefully, Chad's mic picked up on mine.
I was just getting ready to check that, but we're good now.
We're good now.
Yeah, we're good.
You guys can
Had a
hear
little
me
mic
now.
issue there, but we've got that figured out.
Absolutely.
It took me a minute to realize it too, so
It's okay.
It's all good.
It's
that's
election
live
night.
TV.
We can't stress that enough. But again, folks, thank you
See,
so much.
normally they'd say my mic's too hot, so maybe it's because yours is off sometime.
Right.
Okay, great.
Okay, maybe. But folks, again, we really do, seriously, we appreciate you supporting your neighborhood network by watching, because that helps us a lot, and we appreciate the opportunity to be in your homes today. Folks, we're being told that in Henry County, in the Henry County race, it's going to take a little bit of time. I was afraid of this. Remember, I joked about it.
It
I was
happens.
afraid that this was going to happen. They're having a little bit of issues. I wouldn't say anything that's too concerning, but they are having some issues there. So our Win Herald is leaving the municipal building, and he's going to be joining the Enterprise. Maddie all over there, and hopefully we can bring you some updates a little quicker there. But right now, this is what we have so far, and just for kicks and
Yeah,
giggles.
we're not getting our updates very well.
We're not.
And it's always this one low or one lag in the election night that seems to take forever.
Absolutely, and we used to, as many of you avid BTW 21 watchers know, we used to be out of here within an hour and 15 minutes, and unfortunately, the trend looks like, Chad, that now it's almost a 3-hour marathon and longer. So hopefully that is not the case.
I'm actually shocked that you're not ready to go and interview the two winners.
Actually, Chad, I am ready to go interview them, but it looks like we're going to wait here a little bit longer, because definitely I know that there's a lot of excitement with the two new winners, and I think that we're going to have to do it soon, because if not, they're going to be done with the partying and ready to get back to work tomorrow. So we'll have to wait and see.
Well, it's one good thing about the election falling the way it did. Tomorrow is work day.
Yeah. Well, it was work day for us today.
It was.
It was work day. It's rare that we take a day off, Chad.
News doesn't take a day off.
Absolutely
We have found
not.
that out.
Absolutely not.
We have found that out. So, so basically, then after we close out this live broadcast of the election coverage, You Decide 2022, you'll be getting some interviews with
Hopefully.
the two candidates that have won the race.
Right, Elsie Jones and Aaron Ross. Hopefully, we'll be able to catch up with them. I know that they were a tag team during the campaign. That was something a little bit different that we also saw during the campaign trail. That Elsie Jones and Aaron Ross were a tag team. They had similar issues that they wanted to tackle, and they decided to tag team, and it looks like it paid off.
Obviously, it did. Paid off pretty big, looks like. 1,901 votes for Aaron and 1,896 for LC. Again, the two newcomers, two new kids on the block, so to speak, in the political arena.
Right.
LC, of course, was a native of Martinsville, and I don't have the background on Aaron.
Right.
You may have.
I'm not exactly sure where he was born, because I didn't ask that, but I've heard Phoenix, so I think he relocated to Martinsville from Phoenix, but I'm not exactly sure if he was born in Phoenix, but he's been here for 12 years. One of the biggest concerns during the campaign trail was, he's a newcomer. He's new to the city of Martinsville, but he has had some successful businesses. He's had, a lot of knowledge that he's gained through his, his companies that he started and his current employer, and his experiences here in Martinsville and Henry County. And so when we were, following this race, a lot of individuals were asking, is that going to hurt him? But, all of that is, out the door now, because he obviously won, and it looks like the citizens of Martinsville have entrusted him to lead us and lead the citizens of Martinsville in the next direction that could be, again, stopping reversion. I know that we're talking about that, but that is the biggest thing that is facing our city and county right now, because this affects both Martinsville and Henry County.
And I think you said something there that was really a key note, that people trust you. To be in the political arena and win an election, especially a heated election
Oh, yeah.
in the situation that the Martinsville City finds herself in as well with Henry County, honestly, I can think of a lot of things I would rather do than be on that seat. And I'm sure that you really got to know that that's what you're supposed to do. So yeah, to stick your name out there and run for this type of public office, people are putting their trust in you. There's families, there's moms and dads that has children, they work here, they have bills to pay, and they need things to work well for them in the future. And that is a big shoe to fill for anybody in the political arena, and that's probably not just mine, but many others' pet peeves. Is political arena is considered a career path. It's really I disagree with that. It can't be a career path. It's got to be you got to be passionate about it. And so far, we're seeing all four of these with passion. But the voters have made their decision again, and I just hope that the campaign run doesn't fizzle out and the passion stays true to the voters, simply because they've entrusted two new incumbents to step in and take the seat here in the city of Martinsville. And we do wish them the best. And BTW 21, we've always been here to support all of the city council and anyone in Martinsville and Henry County and surrounding counties as well. But yeah, I'm definitely, Louise, I'm not so sure. That would be some tough shoes to fill. You try to think about being in that position, what it would entail. And honestly, it's no telling, what that's going to entail, the things they're going to have to deal with. Because I would say the first year, it's going to take them that long to just catch up on what's going on. The deals that's been made 20 years ago that still affect us now. The deals that were made last year that are going to affect us in 10 years. Those are the things that really, with the management side of the city of Martinsville, has got to, there's some changes that really does got to be made.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be good changes. It's the same way in the county as well. We had to make some changes to build the jail. And, they talked about taxes and other things. So change is what they have voted for. Change is what they're going to get. So now, again, Louise, let's just hope they keep that same tenacity, that same zeal throughout their election, and we hope we see the job get done well, because we need change in all of our lives.
Absolutely.
To better the city of Martinsville.
I agree with that.
That is definitely what I want to see. I'd like to see the city of Martinsville like it was when I was a kid, when I was a younger man, which was a long time ago. I can remember going through the city of Martinsville, and every storefront, had something in it. And you wanted to go inside because there was trucks, there were toys, there was just stuff everywhere. It was almost like going to Greensboro for you and I now. The big city. It's like when we went to Martinsville when I was a kid, it was full, cars everywhere. And I want to see the city get back to that.
Absolutely. Definitely have to agree that, these individuals, one of the things that I want to say, and I said last year, and I believe the same thing here, all four candidates, and we're talking again about Martinsville City Council race. We're still following, of course, the school board race in Henry County. We haven't got any updates on that, just in case you were wondering. But talking about that, I believe all four of these individuals had real intentions and true intentions to move the city forward. They had different approaches, they had different ideas, but I think all of them had, the betterment of Martinsville in their sight, and I think that was shown. To give you guys some perspective on, I guess, some of the things. I know that this is we're just talking at this point, because we are still waiting for our next race. But to give an idea of why voters may have voted for L.C. Jones, Aaron Ross, we told you some of the concerns that citizens had, but some of the things that they enjoyed maybe about this is Aaron would go all the time to knock on doors, and I know everyone did it, but I know that individuals said that he was one that was seen doing it all the time. So definitely face to face is what people love. And when you can look at somebody in the eyes when they promise you something, you can hold them accountable if they don't do that. And most people will not come and lie to you face to face. So I think that was a bonus point for Mr. Rawls. And then for Mr. Jones, he was a Martinsville police officer, and it came up during the election, and there's different opinions if it was right or if it was not right, but it was brought up that he could not run and be elected and be the boss of the city manager. If he won, he would have to resign from being a police officer. So he took it upon himself to resign as a police officer, because he said, I want to better Martinsville, and me being a police officer is unfortunately in the way of doing that, because that is what the policy now has been changed to in the city. So I think that citizens saw his dedication, if he's willing to put his job aside, his career, his career of helping kids, young people, as a school resource officer, not just a law enforcement officer, but as a school resource officer. I think that helped him a lot in the campaign trail. He was able, again, to say, hey, you have my undivided attention now, that I am not, tied up with the law enforcement aspect of that. So those are just some of the, I guess bonus points is the word that I'm using, for lack of a better term, that helped, again, Elsie Jones and Aaron Rawls lead and win the 2 available seats on Martinsville City Council. But folks, we're going to take a sip of water. We're going to take a quick commercial break. And again, thank some of our sponsors. As soon as we know more about the Henry County School Board race for the Ridgeway District seats, we will let you know. Stay with us.
Martinsville and Henry County tonight, you decide. Real-time results coverage is made possible by Daniel's Auto Glass. Now, here are Luis Romero and Chad Hall, live at the BTW 21 studios.
A broken or cracked windshield can ruin a day. At Daniel's Auto Glass, it's our goal to make that unfortunate scenario as painless as possible. We have been servicing Franklin County and the surrounding area since 1995. Our customers are our neighbors, and we want you to know that you have the choice who repairs or replaces your windshield. And if you can't come out to us, we can come out to you. We also offer window tinting, and we are fully equipped and certified to reset all camera systems in any, both in shop and with our mobile unit.
Did you know that Medicare plans can change from year to year? That's why during Medicare open enrollment, it pays to compare your current coverage with all your choices for 2023. Plan premiums are at historic lows, so why not save money? Take advantage of the extra benefits available. Legacy Insurance and Financial Services will provide you with the right plan. We're now located in Collinsville, right beside Town Gun, and in Stewart, in the same parking lot as BB&T. Call 276-358-4001 and speak with a professional agent who can help you find a plan that's right for you. Remember, think local and think legacy. Open enrollment began October 15th, so contact us today. Harbor Towing and Recovery is expanding. 4173 Virginia Avenue in Collinsville. Harbor now offers custom tire and wheels with advanced technology. Automotive repair? No problem for Harbor. From simple repair to major semi-trucks, Harbor's got you covered. Oil changes, brakes, front end alignment on any size vehicle or trucks. And remember, 24-hour towing. So you tell the police to call Harbor Towing, 276-632-2580.
A broken or cracked windshield can ruin a day. At Daniel's Auto Glass, it's our goal to make that unfortunate scenario as painless as possible. We have been servicing Franklin County and the surrounding area since 1995. Our customers are our neighbors, and we want you to know that you have the choice who repairs or replaces your windshield. And if you can't come out to us, we can come out to you. We also offer window tinting, and we are fully equipped and certified to reset all camera systems in any windshield, both in shop and with our mobile unit.
Did you know that Medicare plans can change from year to year? That's why during Medicare open enrollment, it pays to compare your current coverage with all your choices for 2023. Plan premiums are at historic lows, so why not save money? Take advantage of the extra benefits available. Legacy Insurance and Financial Services will provide you with the right plan. We're now located in Collinsville, right beside Town Gun, and in Stewart in the same parking lot as BB&T. Call 276-358-4001 and speak with a professional agent who can help you find a plan that's right for you. Remember, think local and think legacy. Open enrollment began October 15th, so contact us today.
Martinsville and Henry County tonight, you decide. Real-time results coverage is made possible by Daniels Auto Glass. Now, here are Luis Romero and Chad Hall, live at the BTW 21 studios.
And we'd like to thank everybody for staying with us here on our coverage. Again, you decide, 2022, the election. And, you know, Louise, as we're kind of going to be wrapping things up here, we're going to be closing it out at the top of the hour because it looks like we've got a pretty solid, some numbers have come back in for Champ and Sydney. I'm not at 100, we haven't got our system updated, but it looks like 86% is still leaning to Champ. Right. At 1785 and Sydney with 293. So those are the only the newest updates that we have, and we're going to be getting those on the screen as soon as we can. But if you're just tuning in, the two newcomers, so to speak, in the election running for city council, we have two new seats that are being filled with two new individuals, and that is 1,901 votes for Aaron Crawl and also 1,896 for L.C. Jones. So again, congratulations to both of those gentlemen. They'll be taking the seats for city council.
Yep, and as at the time of 8:50 on this Tuesday election day, the numbers remain there. 1685 for Mr. Hardy, then Mr. McCord with 260 votes, and that's what we have so far. We don't know what the delay is. We haven't got any word on what exactly the delay is, but we of course will continue to keep you posted. We have two verifying numbers here, but the actual numbers from the Henry County Administration Building say 1685 for Hardy, McCord at 280, and there was, I believe, a total of 3 write-ins for that race. So in Henry County, to give you some perspective, because I know that some of you guys enjoyed hearing about those numbers, I saw in the comments, there was, and there is, I should say, a total of 36,945 registered voters, and as the time of, again, 8:51 p.m. on this election day, there have only been 9,114 people that have voted for a 26% of individuals that have showed up for this midterm. Of course, it's not a presidential election, so that's why you could expect. But again, folks, we understand that in Henry County, as you mentioned, Chad, and you went on and voted, you only had that small, house of delegates to vote for. So that may not be something that pushes people to go out and vote.
Well, I also would say that if you don't think the primaries are important, you probably really don't think the presidential is important. And I said that, I would say that to anyone. If you don't vote in the primaries,
so we got an update?
You're just voting in the presidential elections, and it's probably due to being pressured by someone or whatever. But yeah, we got some fresh numbers in. Looks like we got 1848 has come in again for Champ, and 296.
So this race is still
Sydney
being led, as we've mentioned throughout the night, by Mr. Hardy. And that means that we have, what, a total of 5 or 4 precincts that I've lost count, if I'm just being completely honest with you.
Yeah, it's not hard to do.
Right. So we're almost, I want to say we are at a 60% of precincts that have come in. So right now, folks, it's almost, we almost want to call it, we're not going to at this time, but it's like you mentioned before during the...
You want me to call it, don't you?
No, but as you mentioned before, it's going to be almost impossible for Mr. McCord to heal or come back from this. The precincts would have to be almost 0 votes for Mr. Hardy, and it would have to be, almost all for Mr. McCord. But we are going to have to wrap up coverage here, folks, because again, there's a delay.
You have a party to go to.
I'm not celebrating with anybody. I have to go to work.
You have to go to work.
I have to go from work to more work. I'm going to head to the administration building and see what's holding everything. Again, we still don't have any updates, but
My pictures are coming in sideways, makes it impossible for me to read.
No, so he's just sending us. Mr. Winharrow is just sending us the verification of the numbers again from the administration building, and again that keeps the numbers at what you're seeing on the screen. We are again just here because we are on live TV. We're getting the numbers. We're getting them on your screen. We want to make sure that we are also verifying those numbers as soon as we get them, because we don't want to share any inaccurate information. But right now, this is what the voters are saying so far, is that they want Mr. Hardy to take the seat for 1 year in Henry County. And that's going to leave us about 5 minutes to kind of conclude things here. Again, I will head over to the administration building, relieve our team there, and then if it happens to be that I'm going to be there after midnight, I will just send the bill to Chad.
Thank you.
Absolutely. If our producer
there will definitely be coffee after midnight.
Absolutely. If our producer can tell us how much time she wants us to go to, or she will have enough time to read do all the commercials, you can send me a text. Or how long do you? Just let us know how much longer we need to talk. But so far, again, folks, this is the current state right now. 1848, Mr. Hardy, and then Mr. McCord with 296 is what we're getting so far. And looks like we're gonna end it right at 8:57, Chad. So we got a little bit here. Any closing remarks?
Yeah, just in closing, again, as Louise has said on several occasions tonight, thank you so much for letting us come into your home and watching BTW 21, your neighborhood network here on Southside. We've been serving the community for 22 years, and we really enjoy what we do and trying to bring you great local programming, and also the difficulty of bringing you an election coverage like your decision 2022. It's a lot goes into this. Hats off to this young man beside me. He's put a lot of work into this and a lot of know-how, and the guys and gals that are scattered throughout the county that are helping us do this. It's a team effort. But Louise, again, I would say you have rallied up the team for many years and done a great job. And he continuously talks about his 5-year anniversary. So I'm not sure if I may need to buy him a new tie or a plaque. I'm not sure what I'll do, but I'm swinging more for lunch to celebrate his 5-year tenure. But we look for 5 more.
Absolutely.
And hopefully in 5 more years, then I can retire.
Well, we'll see.
And we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. But again, he has done a great job. But again, thank you. The community has done a great job in supporting us and all of our sponsors. And tell the sponsors, hey, thanks for what you do with the election coverage. Thanks for what you do with high school football. Thanks for what you do in the news, because it makes a big difference. And all we're trying to do is grow our community. So again, thank you again for all of your support. And again, congratulations to the 2 new incumbents that will be taking the seat in the city of Martinsville. L.C. Jones
and Ross.
And Ross as well will be taking those seats, and we look forward to seeing what they can do in the future.
Absolutely, and I want to thank Chad Hall, Shania Dalton, Maddie Oliver, Wynn Harold for helping along, and Chad for making BTW a wonderful and great working experience. But folks, I'm going to take that offer on the lunch. So I enjoy a good meal in comparison to a tie. I have plenty of those. I counted them, almost 100 that I have. But enough of the talking. Thank you so much for allowing us into your home, and we'll see you next year.
Martinsville and Henry County Tonight, you decide. Real-time results coverage is made possible by Daniels Auto Glass. Now, here are Luis Romero and Chad Hall, live at the BTW 21 studios.
A broken or cracked windshield can ruin a day. At Daniels Auto Glass, it's our goal to make that unfortunate scenario as painless as possible. We have been servicing Franklin County and the surrounding area since 1995. Our customers are our neighbors, and we want you to know that you have the choice who repairs or replaces your windshield. And if you can't come out to us, we can come out to you. We also offer window tinting, and we are fully equipped and certified to reset all camera systems in any windshield, both in shop and with our mobile unit.
Did you know that Medicare plans can change from year to year? That's why during Medicare open enrollment, it pays to compare your current coverage with all your choices for 2023. Plan premiums are at historic lows, so why not save money? Take advantage of the extra benefits available. Legacy Insurance and Financial Services will provide you with the right plan. We're now located in Collinsville, right beside Town Gun, and in Stewart in the same parking lot as BB&T. Call 276-358-4001 and speak with a professional agent who can help you find a plan that's right for you. Remember, think local and think legacy. Open enrollment began October 15th, so contact us today. Harbor Towing and Recovery is expanding. 4173 Virginia Avenue in Collinsville. Harbor now offers custom tire and wheels with advanced technology. Automotive repair? No problem for Harbor. From simple repair to major semi-trucks, Harbor's got you covered. Oil changes, brakes, front end alignment on any size vehicle or trucks. And remember, 24-hour towing. So you tell the police to call Harbor Towing, 276-632-2580.